Well guys, 343 has taken it away after a few months. The networking test has concluded on Halo Infinite, and as I said yesterday, 343 has specifically asked the community what did they think. Did they like the system better than the one we have at the moment? After playing it for an extended period of time, do you still like it? And if 343 did change it to the new system, what are some things they need to improve between now and when it officially launches on the game? Unishek specifically said, to collect quality feedback on the feel of it, we wanted people to be able to play lots of matches under different circumstances. Seeing how it performs in those various games and specific combat scenarios is critical to long-term success of the new model. And he goes on to say, what if most players decided, actually, this doesn't feel good? Or no, the trade-offs aren't worth it after 2 weeks under those various situations. The initial reaction was great to see, but we needed to take the time to see if player feedback consistently and clearly stated, yes, this feels better over the course of the entire test. He also said for technical quality, we wanted to let players hammer on it and try all the crazy things that can only happen out in the wild. Identifying bugs and weird edge cases was one of the main goals of the workshop. That's why I tried to push it to its limit, tried to find all the cool and broken things with the new networking model. Towards the end of it, and I haven't spoken about this a lot, I discovered that you can glitch your character inside the geometry of a vehicle, specifically the Banshee, and it'll launch you all the way across the map. That's a very mint Blitz thing to do, but I actually used to do that on Halo 5. It was a Halo 5 bug, and I thought because 343 has grabbed the Halo 5 networking model and then built it back up for Infinite, it might work again, and I was right. It did. The new networking model definitely feels like a past Halo game, and for custom games, desync, and how you interact with objects in your environment, it is a night and day difference for the better. Desync is pretty much all but eliminated, which was the main goal of this new networking test. However, there are some things that people are going to notice, especially when it goes over the whole game, that I think they're going to complain about. So today is your opportunity to give your own feedback. I'm going to give mine, and if you agree with me, leave me a comment down below. With that said, 343 finally said, the too long didn't read part of this section. We need to verify that both player feedback and data pointed to being good enough to make the change in more places, if not globally. Once we get all of that data collected, we'll be able to make a more informed decision, and that'll help determine the next steps towards a broader rollout plan. So they're going to look over the networking test, they're going to see all of the feedback, and then they'll make a decision on how they want to roll it out. So what are my thoughts? As I said, it fixes the desync, that's the main issue. I'm glad it's being fixed. 2, it feels like past Halo games. Unfortunately, the downside to that is it removes all the lag compensation. So the lower your ping is, you're going to have a huge advantage over anyone who plays over 50 or 60 ping, and that's going to become very noticeable. The key thing I've noticed is there's going to be a lot of trade-offs. Yes, they will fix desync, but the aiming is going to feel very different. It's going to feel heavy in a lot of cases for a lot of people. I spoke about it before, that Halo Infinite on the new networking model feels very close to the heavy aim bug back in Halo 5. This was because the hardware at the time couldn't run the game properly, but there's something very different with the aiming with the new networking model. Something about it feels sluggish and feels slow in certain regards, and I hope 343 can pinpoint exactly why that's happening. Of course, your bullets register faster. That's great. You don't get shot behind walls now, even better. But then the hit registration as a whole, a very famous term in all Halo games is a blood shot. So you'll shoot them, they're in the open, it should kill them. You see blood come out of their head or wherever you shoot them, but no damage is actually dealt. That's going to come back. So again, it's all about the trade-offs. I have some examples on screen now of the bullets not registering. So again, desync is fixed, but then you have the different aiming, no lag compensation, and the worse hit registration. Thankfully, 343 actually fixed the broken hit registration on, say, Halo 3 for the MCC. So the time between now and the networking change getting rolled out for the whole game, I really hope 343 looks at the hit registration, identifies what's causing this issue, and tries to mitigate it or lessen it as much as possible. Now, if you haven't noticed, I'm not even talking about whether this is going to come to the game or not, because it's pretty much a guarantee that yes, it's going to come to the game. I don't see any circumstance where it doesn't, especially with how much work 343 has put into it. I would be wary, however, and this is more than just the networking change, that Halo Infinite is a very North America game. The core of the population is in North America, and all throughout Halo Infinite's life cycle, every single update we have seen has made the experience for people outside of that region worse. A lot of people already struggle to find games. They added the search parameters for balanced and expanded, that just locked them out of games further. There's been numerous updates throughout the game's history that makes it a bit more rough to play, and I really think if Halo Infinite was ever going to have the popularity it had in the past, it needs to be popular outside of North America. Worldwide. Most games nowadays that do really well are popular worldwide. So if there's any way, besides the networking change, that they can help regions outside of America have a better experience, I think that would go a long way too. A great example is the European and even the Australian servers. When we're playing on our local servers, we'll spike up 50 or 60 ping more for no reason. This has been an ongoing issue, and since we're talking about the new networking model, I hope this is looked at as well. So in summary, 343, this is what I think of the new networking. It's good, it feels like past Halo games, it removes desync, and for the game as a whole, it's going to feel a lot more stable. Please look into the hit registration as it seems to be worse. The aiming feels a little bit heavy, like you're trying to aim through mud or you're in water. It just feels sluggish at times. It's great the bullets register faster, and it's great you can't get shot behind walls. With that said, because you guys have built up the legacy networking model from Halo 5, a lot of the bugs that were in Halo 5 are now going to be in Halo Infinite. Some of these bugs you guys couldn't fix, so be wary of that when you roll it out to the whole game. Now I'm going to ask you guys, what do you think of the new networking model? What should 343 fix before they roll it out to the whole game? I tried to sum up my thoughts as much as possible because this is probably the biggest update to the game and I want them to get it right. So thank you all for watching, leave me a comment down below and I'll see you guys later.